pension tension. MLAs declined to have their retirement plan reviewed. Rural routes. Acadian Bus Lines is cutting some of its service to outlying areas and slipping out to sea. Why bits of the Acadian Peninsula are disappearing. Hi there, thanks for joining us. I'm Harry Forrestel. We'll have those headline stories for you, plus the latest on the Atcon bankruptcy. But first, the clerk of the New Brunswick legislature says MLAs knew they were voting themselves millions of dollars in pension benefit increases when they changed the way they were paid 2 years ago. That news comes as MLAs continue to avoid an outside review of their pension plan, a review recommended by a New Brunswick judge. The CBC's Robert Jones tonight has more on that story.
The Brunswick MLAs have one of the richest political pensions in the country quietly voted that way 2 years ago for the adoption of Bill 53.
It's the pleasure of the House that Bill number 53 be now read a second time.
Bill 53 passed the legislature unanimously in April of 2008, and why not? It took two MLA allowances which were not pensionable and converted them into part of MLA's base salaries, which are pensionable. The result? Instant pension increases for everyone. Following Bill 53, pensions payable to MLAs with 8 years of service jumped from $16,472 a year to $30,600, and 20-year pensions jumped from $41,181 to $76,500. According to this actuarial study of the MLA pension plan done for April 1st, 2008, the day Bill 53 took effect and recently released to the CBC, retirement benefits to members jumped $4.7 million that one day. Mike Ferguson is New Brunswick's Auditor General. He says the study is an accurate reflection of what MLAs voted themselves.
That the MLA pension liability would have increased because of the changes that were made. There was nothing in that document that surprised me.
Lori Catali-Sonia is clerk of the Legislative Assembly. She was asked by MLAs to talk about the pension issue on their behalf and says members did know they were voting themselves millions in enhanced pension benefits when they adopted Bill 53.
And any time we bring in legislation, we have to know what the cost is going to be, so it was known what the potential cost would be of going forward with that change.
The pay change and the pension boost that followed was recommended by Conflict of Interest Commissioner Mr. Justice Patrick Ryan following a review of MLA compensation issues. But Justice Ryan also recommended further independent study of the MLA pension issue, something MLAs seemed to agree to but never undertook.
And he recommended a comprehensive review.
And has the committee discussed that, whether or not to do that?
No, the committee has not discussed members' pensions at this time.
I think the intent was that both parties would agree to abide by the recommendations of the Commissioner.
The intent was for all of Justice Ryan's recommendations to be accepted, but his call for a pension review has been ignored, clearing the way for MLAs to accept the millions in retirement benefits they voted themselves 2 years ago without obstacle. Robert Jones, CBC News, Fredericton.
We'll hear more from Bob on that story in our reporter background a little later this half hour. A New Brunswick